Hey, you guys, thanks for coming back to the House of Paul. Okay, let's jump right into it. Okay, little history. I just retired a few months back from the California Department of Corrections, 25 years. 5 years at the prison as a correction officer and counselor, and last 20 years as a parole agent. Supervised parolees, Riverside and Los Angeles counties. You name it. High control, when there was high control. High control, sex offenders, murderers, rapists, burglars, petty theft, identity theft, male, female, transgender, you name it. Okay, let's jump right into it. In the last video, I asked the question, would you allow a parolee to live at your house? Now, sometimes it's unavoidable. It could be your son, your daughter, your dad, your mom. Now, suppose you say yes. You're like, okay, dad, no more bullshit. Okay, mom, no more bullshit. Or son, quit with the gangster shit. And now you're doing the right thing. Should you become friends with the parole agent? Absolutely yes. Because the parole agent is not the enemy here. The enemy is what got your kid or your significant other into trouble, or his actions. The link between the parolee doing well or not greatly weighs on the agent. I mean, you could take it for what it's worth. A lot of resources, a lot of advantages of becoming friends with the agent. Now, the agent's not going to come over for Thanksgiving. They're not going to give you hugs or anything like that, but they will help with resources. And if the parolee is willing to help, that agent will go the extra mile, 100%. I know I did. And you name it, to whoever. Now, if the parolee, I gotta say it, if the parolee is a dick and is just a motherfucker, don't give a shit, hey, you know what? Let him fry. Let him burn, because he's not ready for the community. I've said that so many times over my career. Some people are just not ready for life. Some people are not ready to get behind the wheel of a car. They're not ready to pay bills. It's just too much for them to handle. Not even ready to make friends, because anything they touch turns into chaos. And I've seen that time and time again. Anything they touch turns into chaos. They come to the parole office, chaos. I show up at their house, chaos. I see them when I was working in Riverside area, right there in University in Chicago, the cross streets, kind of near the parole office, just causing havoc, chaos. As soon as they get out, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how old these guys are. It doesn't matter if they're white, black, male, female, over 50, under 50. The first thing they want to do is they want to get loaded. And I had so many guys, the first day they get out, one of the first things we do at the parole office, one of the first things, hey, let's get this test out of the way. Let's just get it out of the way. It should be clean. That way we check the box, because that's what agents do. It's all about stats. You check box here, done, next. Here we go. And the test, the guy's, oh, I can't go. Like, okay. At the very beginning of the meeting, and at the end, okay, you should be able to go right now. You've been drinking water. It's like, oh, well, I'm just being honest with you. I'm like, oh, shit, already? Already? You just got out like yesterday. You already got loaded today? He's like, oh, well, you know. I'm like, well, no, I don't. It's that drug addiction. So they already start off in the wrong foot. And some guys, it's them using meth, heroin, or cocaine is just like a regular person going to the bathroom. They just can't help it. We gotta take a piss. These guys gotta snort some meth or cocaine just to whatever. So the question is 100% absolutely become friends or a good relationship with the agent, because it's going to make life much easier. Much easier. If resources, like if he's living at the house and things aren't working out, we could give resources to different programs. Now, sometimes the programs will kick them out. That's how bad they get. But I had one parolee's family. We're paying over $2,000 a month for the parolee to stay at a hotel, which that hotel manager said we had to kick this guy out because so much traffic in and out of the hotel. Now, instead of paying $2,000 for a hotel where there's zero supervision there, you could pay $550, $600 for the whole month for the parolee to live at a sober living house. Well, where there is at least a house manager there, and they kind of keep it in order. Now, at these sober livings, it's like a clubhouse. I'm not gonna lie, it's like a clubhouse. I mean, figure it's a bunch of guys living. It's like a frat house, but they have a curfew. They have the house manager typically is on parole or had finished parole, and he knows the homeowner, and he doesn't want to burn his bridge. So like, hey, Johnny, if you're fucking up, take it outside or leave, because you're not messing up my housing. Because some of the sober livings, I've seen them as low as $500 a month. $500 a month is a lot better than $2,000, and you got some type of supervision. So if you are a family member and you decide to take a parolee into your house, become friends with that agent. Respectful. You don't got to kiss their ass, but this respectful, it goes a long ways, because you're going to see that agent a couple of times a month, probably for a couple of years. Now, parole, I've seen some guys have lifetime parole, which, there you go, 10 years, 5 years, 3 years. And that's a long time. But you see that agent more than you see some of your family members. So anyways, you guys have a good rest of the Saturday. And we will chit chat soon. And don't forget, hit those little buttons and get notified of all future content. Have a good one. Bye.